I think a lot of you know how much I love cheap RC cars here on my channel. I've come across some really good ones, and I've also come across some really bad ones. And a lot of the bad ones I have featured on my channel are by a company called MN Models. I always worry when it comes to reviewing MN Models on my channel, they don't always turn out to be very good. Anyway, let's hope this thing is good. This is brand new from them. This does feature a hard plastic body with lots of different details. Even the doors open on this. But the biggest issue for me is quality. It just feels really plasticky. It kind of feels like a kid's toy. Now, MN Models have been around for a few years, I believe. They have had some really good releases, but they've also had a lot of bad releases. And they're one of those companies that never seems to listen to what the customer wants. Loads of channels and loads of reviews have been done. We're always telling them you need to upgrade your electronics, you need to give us just that little bit more quality. Now, one of my favourite releases by MN Models was the MN86KS. I really enjoyed putting that together, and that was a very good truck. Since then we've had the MN999. Yeah, that wasn't great. I had to upgrade all of the electronics on it to make it half decent, and by the time you spend out on new electronics you kind of think to yourself, what was the actual point? So back to this new one then. Of course, like I said, the doors open. We've also got a plastic front bumper. Everything on this feels of cheap plastic. When you get this out of the box, you do need to put all of these little screws in. That's really annoying. We have got flexible wing mirrors, a hard plastic rear bumper. Everything on this is flexible, including the windscreen wipers. Yeah, I'm not sure about the styling on this. Again, it does look like it's from a toy shop. Now don't worry, this does have some hobby grade features. Don't click away just yet. So very quickly, let's run through some of the chassis features. And then of course we're going to test it out. We'll give this a little run and see how it performs. Now, shocks, they're oil filled and adjustable. They don't feel too bad actually. Wheels and tyres aren't too bad. They're actually a very soft compound. I actually really like those, and I think they're going to grip really well later. So underneath we have a 4-link suspension setup, metal frame rails, and I know you're probably wondering, but no, it doesn't have pull-to axles. It also has metal drive shafts. Let's take the body off and have a closer look. Now I've got to undo all of these wing nuts. How old school is that? So underneath you can see all of the LED lights. It's actually quite a neat setup. So of course this features a brushed motor. As far as I'm aware, this doesn't have a 2-speed transmission, although I do believe you can adjust your speed from the transmitter. Up at the front we have a chassis mounted servo, not a very big battery tray, and I'm not sure why they couldn't have made the battery tray a little bit bigger. I don't like being restricted to small little packs like that. There's not really anything else to say. It's all very basic under here. So here's a quick look at what we get in the box. So here we have a very basic black and white manual. Transmitter wise, and it's the return of this horrible thing. Look at this. I really don't like these, and I've seen this before on one of their previous cars. I can't remember which one it was, but yeah, I'm not a massive fan of these. This looks like it has a speed switch, a low, a medium and a high speed, and I think channel 3 controls the LED lights. Yeah, not a massive fan of this. Here we have a bag of screws. Finally, here we have an accessory bag, and it looks like we've got a cross wrench, an Allen key, a screwdriver, and a USB charger. So I'm just giving this a very quick test. That steering servo doesn't feel very good. It's pretty slow. Now let's see if this speed switch works on the transmitter. That's the lowest setting. Oh, that doesn't do anything. That feels the same as high speed. It doesn't appear that this button actually does anything. But that is top speed. It is pretty quick. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's not ticking a lot of boxes for me at the moment. Look how wide the turning circle is. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. I'm not sure about the indicators, but the headlights don't look too bad. Yeah, I have to say I am struggling to find some good stuff to say about this. You know, an MN Models, it's kind of like everything they release is just worse than the last thing. Let's see if it can get over this really bumpy mud. Oh, the electronics on this are horrible. I I really don't like this RC car. Now, it doesn't appear that this thing even has a drag brake. Let's see how it handles this fairly steep incline. We're going to see if we can go down, then of course we're going to see if we can go back up. Yeah, it doesn't look like we've got a drag brake. Oh no! Yeah, I have to admit I am struggling to find some good points in this truck. Can we get up here? Listen to how loud the electronics are. That is a joke. We can just about get up. Now, it's a real shame with MN models actually, because they do have the potential to make some really good products. We've seen it in the past with the MN86KS. That was a really enjoyable build, and it actually turned out to be a really good truck. I don't know why, but for some reason the quality seems to be getting worse rather than getting better. Now, this is an incredibly steep incline. Let's see if we can get up here. It will surprise me if it can. There does appear to be a fairly decent amount of grip on those tyres, but what's letting this truck down is the electronics. It actually managed to do it. So there we go then guys, that was the MN222, or 222, whichever one you prefer. Now I think you can pretty much judge how this review went. I don't really like it. Now I do have quite a few reasons why I don't like this truck. The first one is the body. I just don't think it looks very good. It also feels so cheap and plasticky. Yeah, it is nice that the door's open, but apart from that, I mean even that, trying to push them back in, it just feels cheap. Then we have the electronics, which are really loud. There's also no drag brake. I'm not a massive fan of the LED lights. Everything underneath also feels really cheap. Yeah, I think you get where I'm going with this. Now, truthfully, I think you would have to spend some money on this to make it better, maybe throw in some new electronics and some new tyres and maybe even a new set of shocks. And when you factor all of that in, is there really any point buying one? Now, I'd be interested to hear what you guys have to say about this, so drop a comment down below and let me know what you think of this truck. Do you think it's worth the money, and would you buy one and upgrade it? Cheers for watching, see you on the next one, take care. Now, if you want to check out 2 really cool alternatives, click one of these videos now.